Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chase Chrisley reveals he's sober and better than ever. Former Chrisley Knows Best star Chase Chrisley has revealed that he is sober and doing better than ever. The son of Todd and Julie Chrisley has found himself in hot water over the last several months. Now it appears he has taken control of his life, but what has he said exactly? Keep reading for more details. Chase Chrisley reveals he's sober and better than ever. At the end of 2024, Chase Chrisley was admitted to the hospital, but it was unclear what the reason was. Some fans speculated it had to do with alcohol, but he never confirmed nor denied it. His girlfriend, Jody Lane Fornrat, took photos of Chase while in a hospital bed. The two may have been on and off, yet she was right there when he needed her. Not too long after, Chase was arrested for allegedly drunkenly assaulting a bar general manager. The police were called, but Chase has denied any wrongdoing. He also appears to be estranged from his siblings, as they took a Christmas holiday without him. Grace and Chrisley wanted Nanny Faye to go along, but she maintained she was retired. Immediately, fans wanted to know where Chase was and why he was not with the family. It seemed he and Savannah Chrisley had a falling out but are on a better page. Now the 28-year-old has sent out a message of positivity. He's now sober, alcohol-free for 1 month, and noted he feels better now than he has in years. Chase Chrisley shared a beaming photo of himself, his smile so big and wide, with the water behind him. He looked happy and at peace with his life, which was great to see. Fans were thrilled with his accomplishments and even chimed in with their own sober experiences. Some had a few years, while others had more time. Regardless, the comments were all positive and aimed to inspire him to stay on his journey. The love is astounding. Chase Chrisley's transparency was very well received. No one shamed him or brought up his past mistakes, but rather looked ahead to his future. They felt he had come so far and wanted him to feel extremely loved. While Chase is busy healing himself, his sister, Savannah Chrisley, has been working on freeing their parents. She is trying to get President Trump to pardon Todd and Julie Chrisley, all while raising her sister, Chloe. Savannah became the guardian of Grayson and Chloe when their parents went away. Now she is working on their freedom and raising a strong little woman. For Chase Chrisley, the past few years have been a roller coaster of scandal, heartache, and self-discovery. But now, with clear eyes and a stronger spirit, the 28-year-old reality star is finally revealing a powerful truth. He's sober, and he's never felt more alive. In a candid new sit-down interview filmed at a peaceful wellness retreat in Tennessee, Chase opened up about his decision to get clean, how hitting rock bottom saved his life, and why his future has never looked brighter. I had to lose almost everything before I realized what I actually needed to gain, Chase confessed, seated on a sun-dappled porch surrounded by rolling hills and chirping cicadas. And for me, that started with getting sober. For years, Chase was known as the charming, mischievous son of Todd and Julie Chrisley, a standout on Chrisley Knows Best for his boyish grin and wild antics. But behind the scenes, Chase says he was battling inner demons, pressures from fame, the weight of his family's legal woes, and a lifestyle that gradually slipped out of control. I was drinking way too much. I'd wake up hungover and anxious, barely remembering the night before, he admitted. It started off as partying with friends, but eventually I realized I was trying to escape. When his parents were sentenced to prison, the bottom fell out from under him. I was angry. At the system, at my family, at myself, and I turned even more to substances. I thought numbing the pain would help, but it only made things worse. I became someone I didn't even recognize. Chase says the wake-up call came one morning when he looked in the mirror and didn't like the man staring back. "I saw someone who was tired, someone who was hurting, someone who needed help." It was then he made a quiet but life-changing decision. He checked himself into a private treatment facility out of state. There were no cameras, no followers, no distractions, just me, my truth, and the work I had to do. Now more than 9 months sober, Chase says he's learning to live again, but on his own terms. "I thought sobriety would make life boring. It's the opposite," he laughed. "I wake up with energy, with purpose. I'm reconnecting with people I love. I'm showing up for myself and for others." Chase credits a strong support system for helping him stay on track, especially his fiancée, Jody Fornrat, who he calls the love of my life. "She never judged me. She stood by me, even in my lowest moments. And now we're building something real, something lasting. We talk about everything. We pray together. We hold each other accountable." As part of his new journey, Chase says he's focused on helping others who may be struggling in silence. He's working on launching a podcast and YouTube series titled Chasing Clarity, a space for real, unfiltered conversations about addiction, faith, healing, and personal growth. "I don't want to hide anything anymore. If my story can help just one person feel less alone, it's worth it." Chase also reveals he's back in therapy, something he once resisted. There's this stigma, especially for guys, that therapy means weakness. That's so wrong. It's one of the strongest things you can do. I've learned to sit with my feelings instead of running from them. And while the Chrisley family remains fractured in many ways, with Todd and Julie still behind bars, and Savannah navigating life as Chloe and Grayson's guardian, Chase says he's hopeful about the future. "I call my parents often. I tell them how proud I am of the work I'm doing. And I think deep down, they're proud too. We've all made mistakes, but we're all trying." One of the most moving moments during the interview came when Chase reflected on his little brother, Grayson. "I want to be a good example for him. I want him to know that it's okay to fall, as long as you get back up. I want to be the brother he looks up to, not the one he worries about." These days, Chase's life looks very different. He wakes up early, he journals, he works out, he meditates, and he's taken up hiking, something he never imagined himself enjoying. "It's just me and the trail. No noise, no pressure, just breath and movement. Nature has a funny way of healing you when you're ready to listen." He's also reconnected with his faith, something he says he drifted from for too long. "God's grace met me in my darkest moments. That's what carried me through. I believe I was meant to go through all of this, not to be punished, but to be refined." As the sun set behind the hills, Chase smiled, not the forced smile of a reality star, but the peaceful grin of a man who knows who he is. "I'm not perfect," he said simply, "but I'm better than I've ever been." And as he stood and walked back toward the cabin, Chase Chrisley looked like a man not chasing fame, not chasing approval, but chasing clarity, sobriety, and most importantly, peace.